Guys, today is the day we are moving out. No, we didn't get a fancy warehouse yet with some offices that we could work out of. That's not quite where we're at yet. But as a lot of you know, we do have a storage unit. And with that storage unit, we've been storing all of our stuff that's listed on eBay. So then both of us, me and my business partner, Araval, can easily access that unit at any time and pull orders that need to be shipped out. Now, when we moved into this unit initially, we decided to leave some of the inventory still here at the initial office or warehouse, which is where most of the stuff was stored. We had some stuff stored at my partner's house, but additionally, a lot of stuff stored here. There's 3 full shelves still of video games behind me that were never moved over to the unit. Additionally, there's a whole bunch more stuff down here that sort of just stayed here, and it kind of created this odd sort of 2 storage facility kind of system where it's kind of a logistical mess because certain items will sell and they'll be here or they will be at the unit, and we don't know necessarily which place they're at. So we want to try to consolidate all of our inventory to be at one location. That way, especially, let's say I'm away or he's away or sick or whatever it is and we can't ship for whatever reason, at least everything's in one location so somebody will always be able to access everything that we have. So in today's video, the goal is to head over to the unit a couple times, maybe unload all of this stuff there, reset up the unit so it can support all of these items, and ideally sort of organize it in a way that makes it easier and faster for us to pull items before we go to ship them out. Now that also means that this office will become a little bit bigger because I'll have less stuff in it, more room to work with. So ideally we can maybe set up or reset up this office so it's better for testing things and shipping things out. And that way we can really optimize our time. So the first thing that I want to do here today is do our first trip over to the storage unit. We're going to drop off as much stuff as possible, including some shelving units and as many bins of video games as we can. And then following that, we're going to go to the unit and actually pull a bunch of stuff, reorganize all of this stuff, get all the things that sold out of there and ideally shipped out today. And that's going to be pretty much it. I also had to do, of course, a couple listings, but I probably won't take you too in depth to that because I think we've got enough on our plate with this moving. So why don't we simply go ahead and jump into getting some stuff set aside, disassembling these shelves, and loading it all up to go over to the unit. Again, just so you guys have an idea, these are all the bins here of video games, and there's not too many comparatively, but there's still quite a few. So we need to move all these guys, and I'm not really looking forward to it because I don't really know the best way to move them. I mean, carrying them 2 at a time is kind of, it takes a while. So I'm wondering if maybe we could get some large boxes out and put a whole bunch in there, but otherwise this is going to be a bit of a tedious process. Also, the tops of all my shelves, they're over here being used as receiving shelves. I might mix that up a little bit. I've got some tables that I think I'd rather put as receiving tables. So we're going to ideally take those 2 there and then move these shoes off of here and take those 2 shelves there. So yeah, I mean, I guess let's start with these shelves here, get as much of it into my car as possible and move it over to the unit. This is gonna take me some time. First things first, this box of consoles that we recently listed, I wanna get that out of here. Hey guys, so here's a look at what we got done. The car is not overly full, but I didn't want to overdo it for today. We got more stuff going out tomorrow, so I figured I'll just pack the rest of it in then. But yeah, we did get this entire shelf done with a bunch of bins and then a couple from this shelf as well as all those consoles are packed up. I'm gonna grab a couple more things. These games haven't been skewed yet, so they're still sitting here. But I'd like to probably skew these up, send them over to the unit, and then I want to grab this BB-8, send that back because the guy never paid. It was canceled like way back when. It's just been sitting here since. Also, all the retro stuff I actually ended up doing off camera. I kind of just got rushed and went through it all. So I tested it all. It's all been photographed and I'm currently listing it, and that's the stuff that I might continue to list today if we have time. The only other thing that I like to take, like I said, it would be to take apart these receiving shelves and then use these in the unit because I can go a little bit higher with the shelves. These are the tops of all of those shelves, but I don't have the space right now, I don't think, and I don't want to take all this stuff off. So I'm going to do that a little bit later, but I'll leave these here for now. Okay, so with all that said, we are off to the unit. Okay guys, so we did make it to the unit. It's quite a mess here. As you can see, I've dropped off all of the bins here and I did assemble the 1 shelf, but I'm not going to load it up yet because of course I forgot the feet for it, and I'd like to get those up just so it's up off the ground a little bit in case of any water or anything. Not that there would be up here, but just in case. So I like to get them up off the ground. So I'm going to wait and get the feet there for this shelf, and we'll be good to go. And then I'll start putting all this stuff on. But I did make room for the other 2 shelves to go right here. And then I brought out everything else right up to the front basically here, which is not too bad. So now I'm just taking some time, pulling some orders, and then we'll be good to go here. And we'll probably do another run here tomorrow. Okay, so we're back home now, guys. And I pulled out all of the orders that I pulled from the unit to ship. There's a few more that we're going to pull from here to ship out, but these are the bulk of them. So we've got a good stack of games here, nothing too crazy here. And then a good stack of loose games. So I'm going to go ahead and get all these guys packed up and ready to be be shipped out. Additionally, guys, we sold 2 consoles. We've got a black Xbox 360 S in that bag, and then we have a silver PlayStation 2 Slim in that bag. And we also sold a drum set for like $100, which is a pretty good sale. It's in the other room. I'm gonna go and pack that up in a big box. But overall, some really good stuff that sold. Well, guys, I know I've talked about this before. This is a drum set that we sold, and I always say I'm never afraid to sell big items because I don't mind shipping them. All you have to do is get a really big box and cut it down to the size you want. And here, for example, we have a drum set. It's like a Guitar Hero one. I've got it disassembled as much as I could, but we just put it in this big box right here. This is like a dishwasher box, I believe. And we just simply fill it up with newspaper as much as we can, and we drop the thing in there, and it usually makes it pretty well. We've got a pretty good success rate with our big stuff, so this is the way I do it. It works really well. It's really easy. And I think it's not a reason that you shouldn't be, selling some of the big stuff. Yeah, does it take a little bit more time to, pack it and stuff? It does. But price it into the item. We sold this one for, I think, $100. I'll throw it up on the screen right here. And that's what we sold it for. And for me to spend an extra maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops packing this thing, it's worth it for me. We have almost nothing in this drum set. I think we have like $10 in it. So really good flip there. Happy about it. And again, not a big deal to ship it out. Okay, guys, so it's the morning of day 2 now, and we got the first shelf out yesterday. We got all those orders packed. So the first thing that I actually had to do today is head over to a FedEx location, a Pure Later location, and a Canada Post to drop off a bunch of parcels. See, I usually just stick with Canada Post, but I had a really good deal on the FedEx parcel for an item, so I ended up doing that. That one's not too far, but the Pure Later one is from Poshmark, and apparently they're using Pure Later now for their shipping, I guess. So I sold an item there, and I need to find a Pure Later drop-off location to drop that off at. Anyway, the basic goal for today is to go through and get the next 2 shelves done here. And I'm not sure if we'll get all of the stuff out, but the goal is to get as much of it done as possible. I've already got everything set up. Got my car in the driveway. I need to load it all up right now. And then once we have all that stuff loaded, I'm going to take the shipping stuff, put that stuff in last so I can actually pull that stuff out and send it off. And then we're going to head over to the unit. So we'll see how this goes. It's going to be a lot of work, but I'm hoping that this big push today will kind of be it and we can get most of the stuff out of here. Okay, the first shelf is now empty. Let's go ahead and get it loaded up. Well, the second shelf is out and gone now, opening up the space quite a bit. They're all loaded up in the car. Now what we have to do is deal with all these boxes of games. Well, guys, I'm back from the unit now. I ended up not recording it all there because there were a bunch of people there and I just was dropping stuff off, so there wasn't really even much to record. We're going to get it all set up tomorrow, but the good news today is that everything is gone. Okay, fine, not everything. These things are still here, plus I want to grab the receiving shelves and take them, but for the most part, everything is gone. Which is amazing. This is one step closer to having a fully integrated storage system and having it all in one place, making it super easy to ship our items. I did pick up a whole bunch of sales today, actually, a whole bunch of consoles and great stuff that sold. We also had a couple auctions that ended with stuff that sold, but I'm going to save that for the next video because it's exciting stuff and it deserves its own time. Really quickly, I want to just walk through all of this extra space I've now opened up along here. I'm thinking that I want to do like a testing desks around here with a television and maybe some stuff to test consoles at, because I do have my game testing area, but it doesn't work great for consoles because I had to take these ones out. So maybe something like that, as well as another little receiving area here, or maybe even something that would free up my picture desk over here, which I can't show you because it's got a bunch of packages on it. But that picture desk would be great to have freed for pictures, and then we could have maybe another receiving area here to work on items. Anyway, suggestions for what to do with that space would be much appreciated. Whatever you guys maybe are doing in your spaces that's helping make your setups more efficient and whatnot would be greatly appreciated to let me know what am I missing and what could really help us out here in terms of scaling up and moving items through faster. With all said though, guys, I am going to wrap up today's video here. Again, I am so happy with the progress that we made in today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to go down below, smash the like button on this video, leave a comment down below, again, those suggestions and any other questions or concerns you might have. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll see you guys all in the next video.